Thank you for coming this evening. My name is Bill Gerlach. I live at 5. I'm a resident of Tiverton and a member of the Tiverton Town Council. Let me begin my prepared comments by stating that I attended last night's session at Portsmouth High School and was deeply moved by the outpouring of concern expressed by those in attendance. I know we will continue to see more of that tonight. The optimist in me hopes that through this public process, although way overdue, the DOT, RITBA, the governor, and others at the State House can finally open their eyes to the true and undeniable impact that tolling the new Sakonnet River Bridge will have on our communities. The realist in me, however, knows that at best, the meetings of yesterday and today amount to nothing more than political theater at its finest, allowing another checkbox to be checked off in this questionably fair process. I would like to raise several concerns and questions regarding the information being provided to the public, whether through these input sessions or otherwise. One, regarding the traffic study. Could you clarify the details of when the traffic study was completed? For instance, was it during a weekday or weekend? What time of year was it? What time of day? These details are important so that we can interpret your results appropriately. Number two, regarding the figures you're quoting. First, I believe using the Claiborne-Pell Bridge as a benchmark for the new Sakonnet River Bridge is wrong on many fronts. At a length of 11,247 feet, the Pell Bridge's sheer size makes the 2,200 feet of the new Sakonnet Bridge look like an off-ramp at best. If the Sakonnet River Bridge is 1/5 the size of the Pell, shouldn't the recommended toll be 1/5 the size as well? Second, you mentioned that only 15% of the current traffic passing through the Pell Bridge pays the full $4, with around 70% paying some discounted rate. 15% of 15 million, the estimated number of annual trips across the new Sakonnet River Bridge, equals 2,250,000. Multiply that figure by $4 and you get $9 million in total revenue, just from 15% of the estimated traffic. Add to that the 70% of discounted trips, which is $10,500,000, paying the discounted rate of 83 cents, and you get a total of $17,715,000 in the annual toll revenue. And I'm sure that's a low ball estimate. That's nearly $16 million more than the estimated $2 million you're forecasting for annual maintenance on the new bridge, and more than the $4.3 million you've estimated would be needed to add to your annual budget to maintain the Sakonnet, Pell, Mount Hope, and Jamestown bridges per year. That's also nearly half of the $38 million you claim to need over 4 years, over the 10-year period. Three, regarding your economic impact study. It became readily apparent last night that the scope of your economic impact study lacks the depth and breadth necessary to reach a truly objective conclusion. It's concerning that no data from that study, even preliminary, is being shared here at tonight's forum. As evidenced by the numerous comments by both the business owners and representatives of the business community last night and tonight, to state in any way, shape, or form that the economic impact of these tolls will be nothing short of devastating is tantamount to lying. That being said, I'm encouraged by the grassroots efforts of citizen groups on both sides of the bridge who are undertaking their own economic impact studies. It will be critical that the results of these studies are accepted as part of the public record for these ongoing deliberations. At last week's Town Council meeting, we approved over 100 business license renewals for the coming year. If the tolls do come to be, I can only hope that next year at this time we are not lamenting at the drop-off in renewals caused by the need for these businesses to close up shop at the hands of the tolls. In conclusion, I want to reiterate my personal objection to the tolls, as they will certainly result in fewer trips to Aquidneck Island for our family. As an elected official within the town of Tiverton, I want to convey on behalf of all who live, work, or visit this beautiful community that Tiverton is against any and all efforts to implement tolls on the new Sakonnet River Bridge. Such tolls amount to nothing more than a massive ATM for the state, allowing it to draw out millions in so-called revenue, while continuing to perpetuate the fiscal mismanagement and anti-business environment. In conclusion, and I thank everyone for their patience, it's absolutely unfair that the hardworking people of the East Bay would need to shoulder a massively disproportionate responsibility to maintain the roads and bridges throughout Rhode Island. Commuting to work, getting medical care, buying foods and goods, going to school, visiting the sights, sounds, and destinations of the East Bay. This is why the good people of this area have used the Sakonnet River Bridge. Introducing tolls will only serve to compromise the ability for our citizens to do these most basic of things, further challenging lives that in many cases are already far too challenged. This toll must be stopped.